Hello lovely people, here we are again doing another SRT clearing, but this time on the fear of women. We've done the fear of men before, so if you haven't seen that video, do look back on it, and if I can remember, get my technical know-how together for once, I will put a card or something up to remind you at the top of the screen before the end of the video. Famous last words, though I'm a little bit technically challenged at times, so bear with me. But we're going to do this clearing on the fear of women. Even if you don't have any fear of women in this lifetime, you may have had in another lifetime, or your ancestors may have had. So don't avoid any videos because you don't know what you're carrying in your data fields. So without further ado, set your intention to receive the benefits of this clearing, and for your highest good, always for your highest good. And let's get stuck in. Here we go. Here we go again. Hope you're all well. So I'm working with the God team again, as I normally do with the group clearings. And you'll be working with your high self teams. So fear of women, what's it running at? And it's at 0 positive and 100 negative. All you lot out there. So and we're at incarnational level, so we're right at the bottom of that consciousness before it dips down into lower areas. So we're just going to ask your teams and my God team to do a clearing on the fear of women, raising up to 100 positive and down to 0 negative, and raising it all the way up to radiant love, new paradigm level of consciousness, which is all the way up to the top of this chart. And this used to be the only chart for levels of soul consciousness, and this was the top. But because spirit is expanding so much with our expansion of consciousness now, we have another chart here, and it goes something like 100 and something feet off the page as well. Last time I checked, it was something like 120 feet off the page, but it's probably even further than that now. So I think before too long we'll have a third page there as well. So we want everything in this system, everything that's in balance is at 100 positive, 0 negative. That's the way the system works. And we want to be everything operating from a minimum of radiant love, new paradigm level of consciousness there. So fear of women could be for any reason, couldn't it, really? Could be that matriarchal, could even be, it could be a grandmother relationship, it could be a mother relationship, it could be someone that falls into those categories, could be an aunt, it could be someone else that you knew, maybe a teacher, maybe someone you worked with, someone particularly aggressive, someone that triggered something within you at some level. Someone you may have known from another lifetime and not realized it, but you just took an instant dislike or a fear of them in this lifetime. We've all had at least one of those, haven't we? Some people we take an instant dislike to. So let's just get this cleared. Clearing away. And this is just a group SRT clearing, so this will clear at a certain level, but you have a much deeper clearing when it's a personal clearing. Right. Okay, so where are we going first? 6A. Inside left. Abandonment, inside left. Betrayal. That makes sense, doesn't it? So let's just get those master programs and any discordant energy of abandonment and betrayal cleared from you. And we're not going to research to see if there's any past life and our ancestral roots. There may well be there. If I was doing individual clearings, I would research. Sometimes the past lives come up and we get to know a bit more about it, and there's a reason why you have to know. And very often they don't. But we like to know how many levels of consciousness that they're running on. Just turn this heater off. So anyone that buys an SRT package from me, what you would get is we don't have a set time when I do the clearing. I do the clearing when it feels right to do the clearing, normally within a few days of receiving the payment. And I tend to do the clearings when you're buying a package. I tend to do them weekly unless you specify otherwise. You want at least 3 days in between each clearing on yourself. And I type up the results to you and send them to you after. I can record the results to you. I don't record live. I do need to stipulate that, because when I'm doing the clearing, sometimes I'm sitting in my pajamas doing them. Sometimes I'm singing along whilst I'm clearing them, and I'm mumbling away. So I don't. I'm asking a lot of questions and I'm mumbling away, so I don't record them live, but I can record the results to you afterwards. So it's just my preference. That's the way I like to work. Other people like to work differently, and that's fine. But most of the time, I will just type them up for you. It's entirely your preference. You can have me telling you, recording and telling you what came up, sent to you on an MP3, or you just download it from WeTransfer, or you can have it written up. It's entirely up to you. I won't do both because that takes up too much time to do both. But okay, right, where are we going next? Chart 10A. We're clearing your subconscious clutter away and toxic streams. We want to neutralize those. So let's clear all that subconscious clutter. And we can't clear toxic streams. We just fill them with light and fill them with love. We can only transform them. So we want to neutralize them with light and love, those toxic streams, and clear all that subconscious clutter connected to fear of women. And of course, fear of women is going to be affecting your own feminine balance as well. Right, where are we going next? Chart 12, which is spirit energy programming. We're clearing 12 aspects of spirit's genetic coding, dysfunction of God consciousness at spirit level, miasm of spirit, clearing back to at least 8 generations. So this is at Queen of Life level. So let's get those cleared away. And you don't have to understand the stuff in order to receive the clearing. You just have to be open to receiving the clearing. And if you're unsure if you are 100% open to receiving healing, you can muscle test yourself. And I've got an earlier video on self-muscle testing. And you just need to say a statement, I am 100% open to receiving healing, or all aspects of me are 100% open to receiving healing, and you'll either get a yes or a no. And then maybe you can find out all aspects of me are 80% open to receiving healing, all aspects of me are 90% open to receiving healing. But if you get anything less than 100%, then you could always just use your voice to speak out loud. Spirit, please clear any blocks away from me that are preventing me from receiving full healing, and allow me to receive 100% healing. I might do a little short video on clearing any blocks away to receiving healing, one of those little shorts. I think that would help as well, wouldn't it? Because sometimes we can heal and heal and heal and clear stuff, and nothing seems to be changing, and that's because you're blocking at some level. It's normally self-punishment at its core, so there'll be self-sabotage there. So it's really important. I'm just going to make a note of that actually right now. They're 100% open to receiving healing. I'm going to do a little video on that. Okay. We're still on chart 12, so that's me trying to race ahead. Back to chart 12. Dysfunction of spirit by thought. Pre-programmed spirit by God. Again, I'm not going into any detail with these. Dysfunction of God consciousness at spirit level. Dysfunction of creative energy by emotions. Let's just get all of that cleared away. That's quite a few things clearing off the spirit energy programming at Queen of Life level. Queen of Life level is like the womb of the soul. So it's before we get to the Lord of Lords level, or law of all laws. The first expression of the living soul. So this is high level programming. Right, okay, where are we going? We're at I am level consciousness now. And we're clearing a dysfunction of space-time energy, separation from love, and a duality of the I am level consciousness. Let's just get those cleared from you in connection to the fear of women for your highest good. Okay. We're at chart 20, refining consciousness. So we're clearing your conscious, subconscious, or DNA chromosomes, path compartments, and levels at all levels of consciousness. We're fine-tuning at the one level. We're clearing all in harmony at the one level. We're clearing additional programs type 1 and 2 at the one level as well, just clearing all of those away for your highest good. Just reading in the book again, souls choose to come to this planet for 3 primary reasons. Number 1, to clean up their stuff. And there are 2 ways to do so: to face our challenges day by day and overcome them, and to research and clear the accumulated programs and discordant energy. Even after clearing, there will be challenges experienced from time to time, and yeah, that is the nature of life. And number 2, many souls have been healers and channels in past lives and now bring that knowledge and ability to planet Earth to help others. And they are the light workers. And that's how it was called back in when this was written. So back in the 90s, really, I suppose. And number 3, this is the most important of the 40 heart planets. Many light workers come to this planet because what is done here through their work affects the whole universe in a positive way, which is nice. And Earth is the pulsing living heart of the universe. And there are 40 heart planets, and Earth is the major one. So what is done on Earth can affect the entire universe for both good and bad, if you're caught up in that duality. The name Earth actually means place of transformation. And the 40 heart planets are the only ones named Earth. Wow. I didn't know it meant place of transformation. That's interesting. Certainly as me as an inner transformation guide. Okay. Where are we going next? We're going straight to 24, which is rebirth conscious mind. This is where we have these patterns and habits and see anything on the inside. So we have obsessions reinforced with thoughts. Let's just clear those. All obsessions reinforced with thoughts there. Connected to the fear of women. So the more that we're clearing our stuff, obviously it doesn't just affect us, it affects the collective consciousness, but it also affects the earth as well. And that's a really important thing. So as we heal ourselves, you know, none of us are separate beings. We're healing those around us, everybody in our consciousness, you know, animals, plants even. We're not separate from anything. So the more work we do in ourselves, the more we raise our own vibration, the more we affect everybody that's in our consciousness, so everybody that's in our lives, as well as feeding into the collective consciousness, as well as feeding into the earth, as well as feeding into the universe. Everything you do to raise your vibration has this reverberation throughout the entire universe. Isn't that amazing? It's not just you, and that's the responsibility. It's what you do is affecting everybody. At all times. So we're doing a head to toe search and clear in this chart, and then we're wrapping up. So let's do a head to toe search and clear for the fear of women and any programs, anything that comes into that. Great stuff. Right. Anything else before mop up? Let's just go straight to a quick mop up for you then, for the fear of women. So details of the work that I do. I work on Zoom as well, so I don't just do the SRT. I am an inner transformation guide, really. So, and I work in a very unique way with people on Zoom, and it's recognizing, it's identifying really blockages, where the blockages are in their lives, and it may be that, you know, something just isn't happening for you, and or it's not as good as it could be, and we basically explore that particular area, and we explore what's going on in your life. We look at your background, we look at what sort of programs, beliefs, attachments are running, what sort of behaviors are running there, and we start changing them there and then. So I'm linking into your consciousness. So my work it doesn't just fit into coaching, it doesn't just fit into mentoring, and it doesn't just fit into therapy. It's intuitive. So sometimes I have guides that come and speak, sometimes I'm channeling, sometimes it's therapy, sometimes it's coaching, sometimes it's mentoring, but it's kind of a combination of all of those things, and we start shifting. I mean, I bring in hypnotherapy and NLP techniques as well. It all comes in a very unique way. That's my toolbox, and how I work is unique. What tools I pull on is unique to that moment. Right, okay, are we done? Yeah, okay. So soul happy, high self, teams happy, others. Yeah, okay. And where's it running now? Fear of women, 100 positive, that feels loads lighter, 0 negative, much lighter. And it's not on that chart anymore, okay, but it's on this chart, and yep. So let's just double check, and it changes their radiant love new paradigm level. So it's much lighter now. You can really feel the difference from the start of these things. Sometimes it starts off really heavy with the pendulum. It's like, this is sluggish. And by the time you get to the end of it, it just feels like it's, you know, light as a feather. So you know that there's been an energy shift. So there you go, fear of women. Hope that benefits you, and I'm going to crack on to the next video now, and sending enormous love to all of you. Thank you so much for your support on this channel, and I'm glad it's helping people. So lots of love to you all. Bye.